Hi. So I've been thinking lately about anxiety that doesn't seem to come from anywhere in particular. And my suspicion, since I was experiencing it, is that maybe other people were too, based on the way that the world's being run by people in charge of stuff. And so I did find that a lot of people are talking about that. And what I wanted to do was offer a short meditation to refocus the mind and the patterns of thought, and therefore the emotions that are generated by those patterns of thought, onto a very positive, new sort of direction. And what I thought I would do is utilize the law of attraction towards restoring a natural balance, a natural harmony between humanity and nature, because it's something that is really necessary right now. It's always been necessary, but it's in particular something that we can utilize as a species at a time when it's just going to be vital for us to do it. And so I just would like to keep it simple, because I know that a lot of people, everybody's going to come from their own perspective, their own upbringing, their own spiritual belief systems, and etc. So what I'd like you to do is just kind of sit in a comfortable position. You can also do this lying down. And I want you to just try to let go of, thoughts that are running through your head. And I know that that's very challenging, but just keep trying. That's the goal. So just get into a comfortable position, close your eyes if you'd like to. Some people also like to just allow their lids to droop a little bit and have a soft focus and stare at one point, or just not focus on anything but have the eyes open. It's up to you. And what I'd like you to do is concentrate on every time something kind of comes up and you realize you're thinking, just release it. And what I like to do is, there's a scene in the Never-Ending Story where one of the characters, I think it's kind of a non-human character, explains that he's afraid of this creeping nothing that's taking out the universe. And I actually really like that. I think it's a nice thing to focus on, but in a positive aspect. So if you think about nothing, just try to think about sort of like the unified field of all creation, of the whole universe, sort of like an energy sea that we're all swimming in. It unifies and binds us. It's basically was represented by the Force in the Star Wars trilogy, and there's other ways of looking at it. But essentially, I just want you to focus on the fact, keep coming back to the fact that this field exists, and it's in a way a sort of nothing. Quantum physics tells us that until we focus on a specific idea or thought, the light around us is sort of wave / particle. And when we think, it's sort of in an oscillation, it's undefined. And when we think about something, we focus on something, it becomes a particle, it becomes defined. So what I'd like you to do is just keep bringing your mind back to that place of nothing. And take 3 good deep breaths in that place. Whatever that place means to you, you'll know when you've reached it, because you'll feel a sense of that anxiety kind of dissipating and going away. Once you've taken a few breaths in that place, start to use your creative, visionary capacity as a human being to direct your thoughts and your vision towards the outcome for planet Earth and the human species and all life on Earth that you would like. And I feel like a lot of us, if not all of us, can agree. We all like to have enough food to eat. We all like to have enough water, clean water to drink. We'd like to have even more purified water than we have now in most cases. Some people have to walk a long ways to get water, etc. Let's try together to use our law of attraction capabilities to focus our vision on a reality that involves everyone having enough of all of these things. Whatever that looks like to you. Sometimes I like to envision people standing arm in arm along the ridges of the mountaintops. I don't know why. It's pretty unrealistic that we could actually stand on the mountaintops like that, because they're cold and snowy and whatever. But somehow that sort of works for me, and every one of us has a unique way of visualizing. So I want you to use your way, whatever works for you, and you'll know that it's working because you'll feel more peace. You'll feel more calm. You might even start to feel a little excited or inspired. So focus on that vision. Try to keep coming back to it, just like you want to keep coming back to that sense of nothing. And it doesn't matter if you stray. It doesn't even matter if you go off for a few minutes into your own train of thought and find yourself unaware of what I've just said. That's okay. The important thing is that you just come back. When I was a child, I was riding bareback with a much older cousin of mine on horses and on a country property, and I fell off on a rutted gravel driveway. I landed in some, pretty hard, uneven, rutted, road, gravel and dirt road, and I just got right back on the horse, and my cousin exclaimed that that was remarkable. I didn't really think about it. It was just, what else was I going to do? But that sort of made it stick in my mind because she said something about it. And that's what I'd like you to do, is just get right back on the horse. Don't lay on the rutted driveway lamenting that you've fallen off. Just get back on. And if you fall off again, don't worry. Again, this is sort of step 5 of the law of attraction as Abraham Hicks describes it, where you're not worried, or maybe it's step 4, where it's where you're not really going to let it get you down that you have gone all the way back to step 1, where you're just asking again. So you're in that place again in step 1 of not being in resonance with having. You're in that place of seeing it as not there for you. So that is inherently what asking is, right? So if you fall off, just don't worry about it. Get back on. So some examples of what we might want to envision, some further examples. We might want to envision all children really healthy and happy and being able to run around, hearing them laugh. We might want to envision families of people's choice coming together over a wholesome meal of healthy food that they have easy access to, and laughing and talking and enjoying each other and having the time to come together and relieve stress together in that community that's so important to human beings. Another thing we might want to imagine is, you could say, everybody being able to afford their power bill. And you could even take it further and say, well, wouldn't it be great if we figured out a free energy source that everyone could just have power, and we wouldn't be beholden to these big corporations that charge us money to live off of the grid, or on the grid rather. It's up to you. So again, there's no right way to do this. It's really about tuning in within yourself and finding what resonates with you. And so whatever it is you're seeing, check in with yourself. Is it feeling really good? Is it starting to feel a little hopeful? Is it releasing some of the anxiety you may be feeling? Good. That means you're on to something, you're on the right track. Now, I hope you've been breathing this whole time, and so just continue your breathing in whatever way feels comfortable to you. And I'd like you to take the next few moments to boost your vision into something else that I haven't mentioned, or something else that you've never put energy into, and just see it. Imagine what it would smell like. Imagine the quality of light while it's occurring. Is it sunny? Is it overcast? What's the temperature? How does your skin feel? What are you wearing? What are the people around you wearing if there are other people present? What is the vibe? Like if you walk into a room, how does it feel when you walk in, right? What does it taste like? Is there food or drink that you're imbibing? What does it sound like? Is there music? What kind of music? Put all your senses together and make it really real for yourself. Really just take the time. This is literally just a few moments of your day, and it will have very powerful repercussions. So once you've kind of gone through this process, this imperfect, beautiful process that's based on your intuitive way of interacting with the law of attraction, with some prompts by me, I'd like you to try to practice this. And you don't have to necessarily even watch this video regularly, but what I'd like you to try to do is to, on some kind of regular basis, stop doing, stop thinking as much as you can, stop worrying, and just come within your, kind of come back to yourself, tune inward, and just try to focus on that nothing, on letting go, and focusing on that field, that unified field. When I do that, I imagine it being sort of the color of sunlight through green leaves. It's a beautiful, beautiful color. It looks golden. And so I just see a golden sea of energy. And when I do that, it gives me a sense of peace and security. And indeed, what we learn from the teachers of the law of attraction, those humans who've been working with it for years and teaching it, is that one of the biggest things you can do is just feel good. And that is sort of a practice of focusing on that field and kind of coming back to the nothing. It's one way to do that. It's just kind of, to me, it feels like everything, all is well. The unified field is there, it's supporting me. It's an energy field, I'm swimming around in it. And I stop sort of paddling upstream or struggling, and I am able to relax a little more. And I really hope that that works for you as well. So thank you for watching, and I hope that this helps stimulate a practice within yourself or augment the practice you already have. My goal and intention with sharing this is to help to channel the human creative power, utilizing the law of attraction to help recover our global environment from the destruction that is occurring. And I really, if we can use it to earn money and manifest cool things in our lives, relationships, etc., then we can definitely use it to take back our power and our evolutionary journey from the dark forces that are leading us in the other direction. So with that, I hope you have a great day, and good luck to you, and thank you for watching.